Week 18 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few forwards I looked at on the wire this week. The first guy, Talen Horton-Tucker of the Utah Jazz. So Talen Horton-Tucker, we know he's been a top prospect for many years with the Los Angeles Lakers, but he didn't get many opportunities, and so far this season he really hasn't done much as well for this Jazz team. On the season, 7.5 points a game, 2.4 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 41% from the field, but the last couple weeks he's starting to get it going a little bit. 15.7 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.3 blocks, and 48% from the field here for Horton-Tucker. So he was out a while for 3-4 weeks with injury, but he returned on February 8th versus the Timberwolves. 15 points, a rebound, 6 assists, a block, 50% from the field. February 10th at the Raptors, 9.7 boards, 8 assists, 2 blocks, 27% from the field. And then February 11th at the Knicks, 23 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, a block, a 3, 66% from the fields. If he's going to get opportunities now with Beasley out of town over there in Utah here, Talen Horton-Tucker definitely could be a guy who could score the basketball. He's a pretty good passer as well, especially in the last 3 ball games where he's got 21 assists. And he can help fantasy owners in many aspects, and right now he's available in 80% of fantasy leagues. The next forward I look to get off the wire here is Jeremy Sochan of the San Antonio Spurs. So Sochan, it's been an up and down rookie season here for him. On the season, 10.1 points a game, 4.9 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 45% from the field. But the last few weeks, 11.7 points a game, 4 rebounds, 3.3 assists, a 3, and 43% from the field. So right here, I know he's been banged up as well, missing games from February 3rd to February 10th. But the last few games here before he went out, January 28th versus Phoenix, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 threes in that ball game, and 44% from the field. January 30th versus the Wizards, 17 points, 2 boards, 5 assists, a 3, 53% from the field. And then he returned February 11th at the Hawks, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, a block, 2 threes, 46% from the field. So he's going to get a major opportunity, obviously, with the San Antonio Spurs team. They don't got much that they're playing for except the young guys to see what they got. And Sochan, like I said this season, he showed flashes, and he's a guy that could score the basketball decently, pass, and rebound. So he can help you in 3 or 4 categories. And he's a forward to get off the wire this week. The next guy I look to get this week here is Shaedon Sharpe of the Portland Trailblazers. So Sharpe right now, he's been one of the better pickups over the last couple days here. Available still right now, 93% of leagues on the season, 7.7 points a game, 2.5 rebounds on the season, 47% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 8.1 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 1.4 threes, and 47% from the field. So right here, they traded Josh Hardaway to the New York Knicks. I know that they got Cam Reddish back in that deal here as his Portland Trailblazer team, but I don't know if he's going to be playing much as Cam Reddish. And Sharpe right now has been the guy playing 25, 30 minutes a game over the last few games. February 6th versus the Bucks, no points, 3 boards, 3 assists in that one, 0% from the field. February 8th versus the Warriors, 13 points, 7 rebounds, a block, a 3, 71% from the field. And February 10th versus the Thunder, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 3 threes, 62% from the field. So right here, he actually qualifies Sharpe, short shooting guard, small forward, power forward. And right now, like I said, available in 93% of fantasy leagues. And if you want a guy that could do a little bit of everything for your fantasy team, he's a good ad this week. The next guy is Kenyon Martin Jr. of the Houston Rockets. I've mentioned him over the last couple weeks up and down as a guy who looked to get on the wire. And right now, still out there in 54% of leagues on the season, 11.7 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 56% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Martin Jr., 15.3 points a game, 6.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists, a block, a 3, and 66% from the field. So right now he's playing great basketball. That field goal percentage is way up there here for Kenyon Martin. And like I said, he's playing 30, 35 minutes a game. The last few games here for him, February 6th versus the Kings, 18 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, 2 threes, 80% from the field. February 8th versus the Kings, 15 points, 5 boards, a steal, 2 blocks, a 3, 62% from the field. And February 10th at the Miami Heat, 17 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, a 3, and 66% from the field. So right now, if you need scoring, good field goal percentage, and I got to give you a couple steals here and there, and assisting as well, Kenyon Martin's a decent ad this week. And like I said, surprisingly still out there in 54% of fantasy leagues. And the fifth and final forward I look to get on the wire this week here, Sam Hauser of the Boston Celtics. So Hal's just pretty much come out of nowhere over the last couple weeks here for this Celtic team. And now with Jaylen Brown with the facial fracture, we don't know for sure when he's coming back. Hals is a guy stepping in, and he's playing big minutes, 30, 35 minutes a game over the last few weeks. On the season, 6.2 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 1.7 threes, and 44% from the field. For the last couple weeks, 11.5 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 3.5 threes, and 52% from the field. So right now, Hals has been a sharpshooter for this Boston Celtic team, and right now available still in a decent amount of leagues at 84%. February 8th versus Philly, 14 points, 8 boards, 4 threes, 83% from the field. February 10th versus the Hornets, 12 points, 3 boards, 3 assists in that ball game, 4 threes, 36% from the field. Then February 12th versus Memphis, 20 points, a steal, 6 threes, 58% from the field. So right now, his specialty is obviously three-point shooting. And with all these good players on the Celtic team, led by Jason Tatum, obviously, he's going to be open a lot in the corner. And he's a stretch forward right now, is Hauser, a guy that catch-and-shoot three-ball guy. And he'll get you rebounding as well. But besides that, won't do much for Onus. If you need three-point shooting and a guy could score a little bit and rebound, I think Hauser is a decent add this week. So that's a few forwards I look to add off the wire here in Week 18 of the fantasy basketball season.